Namaste and a very good morning to all respected elders and dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. This week, we explore ego. Through our insights into ourselves, we are able to see how the ego raises its head in different situations that we are put in. When we read our master's works and when we observe ourselves, study ourselves carefully, we learn that if in some interaction with another person, we feel anger rising within us at something that we do not like in the other person, we learn that if we are able to see faults in others, it is actually because we have the same fault in ourselves, or the seed of the same fault in ourselves, this seed of the same defect in our own self. Most of the time, we are unwilling to accept this because we feel that it is the other person who has that fault and we don't have it, and therefore we are able to see it. It is that aspect of the ego that makes us judge and blame the other person for the defect. And it is that same ego that prevents us from acknowledging or accepting that it is the same fault within us. But when we, with all humility, are able to, with full sincerity, seek the Master's help in improving ourselves, in becoming incrementally better day by day, in wanting to become better, at some level, the ego begins to become subdued with regular practice. In that subdued ego, we are finally able to acknowledge that the fault lies in me as well somewhere. And then we pray for its removal from us. And through regular cleaning, gradually the root of that defect begins to go away. And yet it is not as simple as that, as Revered Daji says. Like the riverbed that stays within us, the seeds of those samskaras still lie within us. At the appropriate moment, in a conducive environment, that same thing raises itself again. It is no wonder that there are 11 circles of ego that we have to cross. The mind region is the vast region, as Babuji says. And to cross it bit by bit, step after step, refining the ego, subduing the ego, becoming more and more humble and simple. We begin to be released from the gravitational pull of the samskaras and the ego. We had a wonderful thought that was offered to us in the Heartfulness magazines, a word, a thought, a question, which is offered to us each day. We can subscribe to it by going to the Heartfulness website. Riveddaji has offered us, if ego is used wisely, it serves us well. But if used for selfish purposes, we become arrogant and self-important. How would we know that our ego is coming in the way of our spiritual progress? And how would we be able to subdue it more and more? Let us try and think of the life of a bhakta, a true devotee of the Lord. In the life of a bhakta, there is the attitude that everything is a gift from my beloved. Everything means everything. Even if a person would come in front of such a devoted disciple of the Lord and throw abuses at him or her, the bhakta, who is forever bowed with his head at the feet of the Lord, is able to stay unaffected because he or she is lost in the Lord and is able to see, able to be in the state where he or she is in the present moment and knows that everything is transient. Everything is coming to him as a message, as a gift from the Lord. And he or she is able to see, what is it in me that this situation has come in front of me? What is it that I need to learn, because of which my beloved Lord, my beloved Master has put such a situation in front of me? What do I need to learn from here? What is it in me that I need to let go of? The hand of the devotee is always holding the hand of the Master, of the Lord, knowing that he will never be left alone, knowing that the Lord will always take him on the right path. When we look at our prayer, the last line of the prayer, thou art the only God and power to take us up to that stage. If we offer ourselves in that way, and we are able to be in a state of knowing that this has come as a message from my Lord, a gift, and I accept it, we are able to see at that time the subdued ego, and we are able to transcend. So could bhakti be a way, true bhakti, true acceptance be one way to transcend all the subtleties of the ego as they come as manifestations in us? Spiritual progress is all about bit by bit becoming better versions of ourselves, refining our behavior, our conduct in a space of conscious self awareness, in a space of becoming more and more bowed. So let us take a look at the aspect of contemplation for today. Let us all set some time aside to be able to sit with ourselves and see which behaviors and habits do I need to let go of to refine my ego. Babuji has time and again in the whispers said that it is the aspirant's job to work upon himself or herself and let go of all those aspects of my personality, my behavior that do not serve me in my journey towards the goal. So let us sit and truly set even 10 minutes aside to honestly and truthfully look at ourselves and see what behaviors do we need to let go of to refine our ego. Let us prepare ourselves for point B cleaning. We begin with an intention. At the end of this cleaning, point B will be light and we will be immersed in the glow of the Atman. And now, fixing our attention on point B, we make a sankalpa. All the heaviness and impurities are leaving point B from the front of the body. As this process goes on, the glow of the soul begins to appear from behind. Let us now prepare ourselves to receive the inspiration from beloved Babaji Maharaj. Let us connect to the source of love within the heart. And bring our hearts to a space of welcome, of acceptance. Whispers from the brighter world, beloved Master, revered Babaji Maharaj. Thursday, September 2nd, 2004, 10 a.m. By devoting one's life to service, one also receives. These exchanges are done subtly. The secret alchemy operates in the hearts where reason has no relevance. Loving is, above all, surpassing oneself by giving one's best. How can one better express it other than by offering oneself to divine service? There, it is better not to restrain oneself, but surrender and go with the flow without seeking to understand what will be the outcome. This flow is not necessarily quiet. It obliges one to circumvent obstacles, sometimes numerous, but not insurmountable. All has its raison d'etre, the good, as well as what can seem bad. The divine power makes light of obstacles. It uses them with the idea or view of purposes which man cannot understand. Caught in the fetters of matter, confined in his narrow view of things, he passes ridiculous judgment on all that surrounds him, including on himself. When will he realize how very deceptive his views are? Only surrender can make him progress in this direction and admit that a higher authority is leading the world. Then will start for him a really constructive process. He will beware of appearances, refraining from passing judgment on everything and nothing. This habit of judging is deplorable, and our faithful aspirants must beware of it, on pain of slowing down their work. They have already enough to do in terms of that work if they really want to take the necessary steps. May our brothers advance as per our wishes, released as much as possible from the constraints of the ego, which makes them see, especially, the faults of the others before well apprehending their own. May they all be blessed and enlightened to that end. Tolerance being an invaluable asset. Babuji Maharaj. How much more grateful could we be to our beloved Babuji for guiding our way. We offer our gratitude to him for today's inspiration. In that state, let us prepare ourselves for meditation. Connecting to the source of the divine light within the heart. Finding ourselves seated in the presence of our beloved Master. O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. With a feeling of humility and surrender, let us meditate together. Let us become aware of the condition within the heart. We become aware of the feelings at all levels. We feel the condition deeply. With joyful gratitude, we savor the condition. It is being absorbed into every cell, nerve, and fiber of our being. Everything is saturated with the condition. It is now expanding to the surroundings, to the whole world. Everything is deeply absorbed in the condition. Oneness with the condition, same inside and outside. We are now dissolving into the condition, and only the condition remains. we make an intention to carry the condition within us throughout the day, revisiting, reconnecting with the condition. Each time we begin an activity, we pause, we reconnect with the condition, with the master. Let us now take a couple of minutes to note down in our journals the experience of the meditation and any other guidance we may have received. Today, let us ponder upon and go within, study ourselves and see what will happen if we remain as we are. We are on a beautiful spiritual path that offers us the possibility of reaching the goal in this lifetime itself. There is nothing lacking from the end of the Master. He is offering himself to us every moment. His help is available every moment. His guidance is there through his words, through his talks, through the very example of his life. Then where is the delay? What is it within us that is not able to respond? Humility and ego. They need to be truly with a prayerful attitude, be examined within ourselves. with such a capable master, if we are not able to cooperate, if our ego is coming in the way, making us think that we are perfect, that we do not need to change, that we know all there is that we need to know already. Is this attitude becoming a barrier to my not having achieved that state of union with my master? When we look at our beloved master, he is the master, and yet he is forever bowed at the feet of his masters. We never see an attitude of, oh, I am already there. I have already achieved the goal. So I am perfect. Never for a single moment are we able to observe such an attitude in him. We always find him full of reverence, fully bowed at his master's feet. Have we been able to refine our ego to such an extent yet? In our interactions with others, in the way we go about the world, we interact with the environment, with nature. Do we find ourselves in such a state all the time? A state of abudhiyat. Let us look at ourselves and let us take the help of our masters in becoming the best versions of ourselves, which is, in his own words, the ultimate gift that we can offer to him. Apologies for taking time. We wish all our brothers and sisters a beautiful day ahead.